All right, but since it got brought up, should we jump into the Lions Vikings preview?
Yeah, let's get it.
All
Let's
right.
get it.
Let me just set the stage. I'm going to try to do my best ESPN, you know, rant here. 14-2, both teams. One gets the 1 seed, another gets the 5. Two teams that hate each other, going for the North, wearing black, wearing white. It's legit the biggest regular season game of all time. I know I did a bad job. I can see it on
Right?
your
Why does
faces.
Ryan sound like Howard Stern at 2 a.m.?
Legit, bro.
Hey,
Legit.
Howard Stern's a radio goat, bro. I'll take that all
He
day.
is, but like
Facts.
I think you were targeting the wrong audience.
Oh, oh man, I didn't even mean to make my voice like that. Um,
Jesus.
Biggest regular season game ever, if you ask me. Like, I can't remember a bigger regular season game. The first time two 14-win teams have ever met, division rivals, last game of the year, fighting for the 1 seed.
I think this is everything that the NFL like ever wanted when they made this like format of like division games to end the year. Obviously, they can't predict these like stakes, 14-2, both teams, but like, yeah, bro, it's insane. Like, what's on the line? Just the season both teams have had, division, like, man, it's crazy. I can't remember a bigger game for a regular season matchup. I really can't.
Well, and the stats tell us that since the playoffs expanded to 5 teams in each conference, the number 1 seed has made the Super Bowl 49 times, and the number 5 seed has made it 3 times. I mean, that's what we're talking about. Like, that's how big of a deal a home field advantage is. And sitting here as a Lions fan today, I'm very confident in our team, of course. But do I want to end up going to Philly? No. Do I want to end up playing in Minnesota? No. Even the idea of playing in Tampa doesn't excite me. You know, like Tampa's kind of had our number lately, and
It,
I really don't want to go there.
it wouldn't be Philly, right? You guys can only get the 5 seed if you lose.
I think
Yeah,
he's
but
talking more so like
down
crash
the
course
road,
to the
right?
NFC
Oh, down
title
the road.
game.
Right,
I
down the
got you.
road.
Okay. I
So if we
misunderstood. My
end,
bad.
yeah, no, you're good. If we end up playing in Philly as the 5 seed, they play at home, right?
They're
So,
not getting to the second round, so it doesn't matter.
oh, all right,
Oh, okay, okay.
nice little playoff prediction preview.
It's not a. Let me do a Paul Heyman. It's not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
Okay, for all our wrestling fans out there.
What a goat.
Oh my God, Mito's so excited about Raw coming to Netflix too.
Oh my God.
See,
Monday, January 6th, boss.
bro, I don't even
Raw
watch
comes
wrestling.
to Netflix.
Murad's been mentioning it. Maybe I swear to
A
God, I've
year.
heard about it. Yeah,
A
all
year.
year.
A year. Oh, it's gonna be lit.
Oh
Ah,
man, shout out to Paul Heyman.
Honestly, goat.
But yeah, I mean, home field's a big deal. Both teams are gonna put their best out there. So, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on the game? Just let's go at it.
Mito, you lead it off. What do you think of it from a division rival outside looking in?
um, it's not really a rival because you guys don't have Super Bowls, but um,
What
with
an asshole!
keep
What an
telling yourself
asshole! Like, all right, bro. It's not like every Packers fan on Twitter. "Ooh, where's your Super Bowl
excuse me,
trophy case?
excuse me.
Hey,
No,
real quick, sorry. That shot, it kind of sounds like Ryan's trophy case, Mito, in fantasy.
Oh my
damn.
God!
Is that the correlation we're
Should we
gonna
update
use?
the people on what happened?
We will. Let's cover this segment. We will.
No,
We'll
no,
get
you
to
can't.
it.
Oh, now I'm
Damn.
gonna be sitting here all upset until we get. All right, fine.
Yeah,
That's
it's called a teaser. Ryan, learn TV.
Yeah. Okay.
okay. This is radio technically, but all right.
Um, with the game itself, let's just call it as it is. The Lions' defense has been atrocious for 5 games. I do think if Aaron Jones doesn't play, there's no reason the Vikings should win the game. And that's not lining up an excuse for you guys or as why you guys won the game. I just think it's a big deal if he doesn't play, obviously. I still like people are gonna call me crazy. I still don't have belief in this Vikings team. I think the Lions are so much better, top to bottom, but I don't know. And I think the only difference is I don't believe in the Vikings because of Sam Darnold. You guys seen last week when we pressured him twice, we should have had 2 picks. The other 50 dropbacks he made lunch and breakfast. I don't know what we were doing. Or breakfast and lunch, sorry, reversed. Um, But yeah, X factors for the game is you guys better get pressure on Sam Darnold. If you don't, you're going to get cooked. I promise. It happened to us. And your defensive line has been bad. It's been bad all year except the 6 weeks before Hutch got hurt, or 6 weeks of Hutch, I should say. But I do like you guys to win. I think home field is a big deal. Hopefully the price tickets didn't buy out a lot of the real fans, and it's not just like the corporate fans there. And you know how that goes. Ryan knows.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think I will say this though. I want to put this out there. I think whoever loses is not coming out of the first round. It's just a belief that I have.
I've heard a lot of people say that, bro. It's not, and it's not a crazy thing to say, right? I mean, and you got to go on the road, which is not easy to do ever. Even though we were 8-0 this year, thank you. But I mean, it's hard, bro. It's the playoffs, and I agree with what you said. Like, we have to force Sam Darnold to turn the ball over, man. Like, I believe he leads the league in turnover-worthy throws, and he's been playing with fire all year, and he's been cashing in. And hopefully this is the game where he gets burned, you know what I mean? I'm hoping that Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, one of our other DBs, as far as the cornerbacks, can make a play. And we're going to need to make a play. We're going to need to force turnovers. We're going to have to play clean ball ourselves and try to turn them over. And I don't know, man. There's this narrative where it's Sam Darnold, and it's still Sam Darnold, and I can't believe that this guy, and like, I get what they're saying, but like, at some point we got to put some respect on Sam Darnold too, man. Whatever happened in Minnesota, the coaching, shout out to Kevin O'Connell, he's coaching them up. He's coaching, and Sam Darnold has looked the best we've ever seen him, man. So I do want to give him a little bit of a respect, but obviously it's a lot easier to do when you're throwing to Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson as well.
Not even that. We've seen it with Minnesota before. They made Case Keenum look good.
Yeah.
Like the playoffs are a different animal, man. I want to, like, next week, if he comes out and balls in the playoffs, I'm not going to say anything else about him. But we've seen so many quarterbacks, do well in the regular season. Sam Bradford has the passer rating record for a season. Like, anyone can have one year. And I'm not saying his year is fluky. I think Sam Darnold could be good for 5-10 years. I just don't think he's this Sam Darnold, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Here, since we're doing a Detroit theme, will the real Sam Darnold please stand up?
Hey, okay. I like that.
That's all I'm saying. I think it's going to come out. And bro, you have a guy on the other side in the AFC with Lamar Jackson. He's got 2 MVPs. He might have 3. That's another teaser for later on in the podcast. But like, we've seen how he looks in the playoffs. We've seen how Josh Allen like stumbles sometimes. So that's where my hesitancy lies.
Well, Mito is busting his radio game out right now. This is with these previews and teasers. He's really cooking. He's in his bag. Yeah. Well, you mentioned Aaron Jones. I think news broke this morning that he is playing. Will he split a lot of time with Cam Akers? I don't know, but that's actually huge for Minnesota, because my hope was that we just completely shut down the run game and let them throw, and just try to keep them out of the end zone. That's kind of what the Lions defense has, like, our bend don't break philosophy. We've talked about it before, right? And our offense is going to put up points, and we just kind of rely on that. But speaking of Darnold and his resurgence, like, a lot of Lions fans are pissed that Kevin O'Connell is leading the Coach of the Year odds right now, and I'm one of them. Like, I think it should be Campbell with all the injuries. However, I think Kevin O'Connell will get it because of Sam Darnold's resurgence in this league. Like, he literally fixed him, and this guy was bounced around from the Jets to the Panthers and blah blah blah, and we're seeing a completely different quarterback. And yeah, having Jefferson and Addison and Hawkinson and whoever does help, but it's not just his weapons. Like, he's legit just playing better, and it just shows the power of coaching. Like, I want to get a shirt that just says coaching is everything, because I believe it. Because I believe that when you have the right guys leading you from the bench, you're going to play better. Like, and they can turn your career around. We saw the same thing with Geno Smith. We've seen Jared Goff improve in his time in Detroit. Like, it just reminds me a lot of that. So, we'll continue to give Kevin O'Connell his props, but ultimately, speaking of coach of the year, I think that whoever wins this game is going to get it in the NFC. Like, I think that's what it's going to come down to. And, you know, I'm just hoping that Darnold's, if you want to call him his true colors, come out, and we do have to pressure him. There's no other way.
Yeah, man, we couldn't get pressure on Brock Purdy on Monday night against a makeshift offensive line, I should say. It was
three third stringers, I think they had.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yep. And I mean, we'll give a little bit of credit to the coaching and scheme that Shanahan drew up. A lot of that was getting out of Brock Purdy's hands quick. A lot of misdirection and whatnot. But there were times where Brock Purdy was sitting in that pocket for a while, looking downfield, trying to make something happen. And those are the plays that I was looking at. Like, man, why can't we get home? And
well, that was also the issue last year in the NFC Championship game. Was Brock Purdy had, I forget how many rush yards he had in that game, but he scrambled all over us. Mix that with the same things the Rams did against us early this year, was making Stafford get it out of his hands in like 2 seconds, so our D-line didn't even have a chance. It was all just dink and dunk until finally we figured them out, like in the fourth quarter. So, yeah, I could see the Vikings doing something similar, and they do have those good weapons that can get open quickly. And I don't know, man. I think our linebackers are going to be a huge, huge X factor in this game. We've seen our linebackers get torn up in pass coverage with Anzalone out. He's leaning towards coming back, it looks like. Thank God. Like, that's actually huge for us. That makes me very confident in our defense, actually. And him and Jack Campbell need to just get their pass coverage in and cover guys, I don't want to see Hawkinson getting 9 catches for 80 yards against us. It can't be that way.
No, I agree. I was getting ready to touch on the linebackers, man, because, man, like, Zeke Turner made one of the best plays I've seen, like, out of the linebacker core for 1 week against the Packers when he took down Jordan Love in the open field. And then since that moment, he's been, bad, bro. Like, he got pump faked by Brock Purdy on Monday, 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, man.
Yeah,
and just let him walk in, like, to the end zone. I'm like, dude, like, how do you and when that happened, I'm like, how do you make the play on Jordan Love that you made? And then
face mask. Wasn't that the face mask?
Imagine it being a face mask. You wish
it was a face mask.
No, it wasn't. He grabbed him by his arm and literally drilled him into the ground. Thank you.
No, that was the face mask. So yeah, no, I'm not letting that happen.
No, it
he
wasn't.
Didn't make a play.
It wasn't a face mask.
All right. Well, anyways, he's still jumping in the air for Brock Purdy. So
5 yards past the line of scrimmage. Like, that's the part that gets me. Like, how do you do that and then you get pump faked? I don't know, man. It's just I hope Anzo plays. I hope he comes back and he can just kind of, him and Jack Campbell can solidify that middle of the field and then have everyone else like rotate in type.
I want to touch on something real quick with the coach of the year. Ryan, I just want you to know LaFleur's been the coach for us for a while, and he's literally been top 4 or top 3 in wins, and he's never won it. And the reason for that is because the Packers always have high expectations. So this is a compliment to you guys. You don't want your coach to win it because things were expected of you. Just, that's all it is. Nothing was expected of the Vikings.
I'll be real. I'm not going to lose sleep over coach of the year regardless if Campbell doesn't win it, and I don't think he would either. But
he has no reason to win it. He has no reason to win it.
Oh, he's got plenty of reason to win it.
No.
14-2 with 20 players on IR is good reason to win it.
Yeah, and I will pull out my list of your IR guys. I sent it in the chat.
Oh my God. Let's not do this, bro. Please.
I don't want to, but if you make me, I will.
I'll make you.
But for real, you guys won the division. You guys played well in the playoffs. You guys had expectations this year. You shouldn't win coach of the year. Save that for the teams that were supposed to be 3rd or 4th in the division, and they had a miracle year like the Vikings.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, bro, if it goes to a guy like Dan Quinn, I'm not upset about it, And I know a lot of people were saying the Vikings are going to have a terrible year once J.J. McCarthy got hurt or whatever,
Yeah.
but, that was before Darnold showed what he got,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm whatever, bro. If O'Connell gets it, he gets it. I just think the winner of this game will get it, regardless, because I don't think you can shun the other guy who just beat for the division.
I could be wrong. Didn't Andy Reid win coach of the year after they won a Super Bowl? Maybe.
I don't know. On KC's come up?
Yeah.
Maybe Mahomes rookie year. I'm not sure.
No, I'm saying they won the Super Bowl, and then the following year he won Coach of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have to look it up, but
yeah, it's not whatever. Just to touch on the Coach of the Year thing, I don't like if Campbell gets it, whatever. Whoever gets it, it's like not that big of a deal for me. But the only thing that I thought that was crazy about it is how long Kevin O'Connell's odds are. Like he's like the clear favorite, and I'm like, really? Like you know what I mean? We're not putting respect on nobody else. You know, like I mean Dan Campbell, obviously, Dan Quinn, another one. Like if you want to talk about expectations, they just picked second in the draft, bro.
Yeah,
all right. Like, that's your favorite team, bro.
Literally his favorite
bro
team.
It's so funny all the Washington dialogue we had, and then they end up just having an amazing year.
Literally, like imagine Jose put money on them, bro, for how much he talked about them.
Hey, bad take of the preseason. I thought that Tennessee was the better job than Washington.
Oof.
Oh, I remember that.
Yikes,
yeah,
bro.
we talked about that. I remember.
Big
oh man,
yikes.
we got to revisit some of the takes we had in the preseason.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, I gave them credit. Our post draft episode, I thought they crushed the draft, and it's showing like they did. Like,
I told you, bro. Washington was well set up. They had weapons. They had money. They have an okay defense. Like, I don't know.
Washington can be a team though that wins a playoff game this year, and then they're back in the top 10 next year.
A la the Houston Texans, maybe. I mean, they're not necessarily in the
Texans
top 10
won the division, but yeah, a fall off.
A fall off. It was a little
but
bit
if
of a
the Texans division didn't suck, they'd be below 500.
That's a good point too.
Easy.
No,
their division blows.
Bro, ever since CJ Stroud started hanging out with Amber Rose, this is what happened. Literally. Am I wrong?
Back with a tattoo on his forehead.
Did
he start hanging out with Amber Rose? I didn't know that.
It
I
was
thought you were
like
talking
one
about
time
him
after
talking to Kayla.
Yeah, they caught him. They caught him walking out, and then like, I don't know if the guy's like starstruck or what's going on. And then he had an interview yesterday where he said, 2025 is about finding Jesus. Like, bro, you need to find a lot more than Jesus right now.
You need to find the end zone.
Literally. Us.
Okay.
Oh man.
Listen.
Sorry to get off topic.
No, you're good. Listen,
I forgot what we were talking about.
No, you're good. Just to come back to the game real quick. Moran, do you think it's the biggest regular season game in NFL history?
No.
Can you name another one, or are you just saying that?
No, well, the year we won it, we needed the Eagles to win, and Deshaun Jackson returned it to the house, so that was pretty big for us.
Well, that's a big moment, right? But like, I'm talking going into
like pregame, sure, yeah,
because I literally, and the reason I'm asking you is because
what are
obviously
you shaking your head about, bro?
You just can't say it.
I know.
I really don't like. I would have to think about it. I don't remember.
That's what I mean, though. Like, so I've thought about it, and I think Ryan has thought about it.
From memory, sure.
I just think it's because I just think it's crazy, like how like big this game is, and it's a regular season game. Like this is a playoff game, bro, and we're getting it served up like week 18 Sunday night. Like, I as a football fan, like just put my fandom and my Detroit Lions fandom to the side for a second. Like, what more as fans could we want?
Right.
Like week 18, last game of the season. Like,
do you know how much money the NFL is about to make on this game? Well, not even money. Just running through my head, I feel like everyone's going to bet the over. I feel like there's going to be single game parlays of all these players scoring, and then I feel like it's going to be like 17-10. And then everyone just gets bent over, you know? Like that's the way I'm thinking right now. But like I'm only thinking like that because I could give two shits about the game. I don't care. Like, we're going to go to a lounge and watch it. If my boys weren't watching, I'd probably be in bed by 9. Like,
don't
No, you wouldn't.
that, bro. Oh, my God. That's such cap, bro.
The hate is so strong with him, I swear.
Oh, my God.
it's not hate, bro. Like, good job. You guys have a big game in your
my
history
God.
after 60 years. Like, it's about time. It'll be a good time, though.
Oh, I'm about to freak out, bro. No, because if you go to any Packers beat writer right now, that's what they're all saying. Like, they all want to talk about the Vikings and Lions game, but they also just follow it up with being dicks to the Vikings and Lions. Like, oh, it's about time you guys play for something. Like, what is it, jealousy, bro? Like, you guys wish you were in this game or what?
No, we do not.
I'm sure you do, fighting for the division. That'd be nice. But you guys, you guys just can't handle being in third place, so it's like I just got to shit on everyone around me.
You know what sucks for real? I feel bad. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I feel bad that you guys have 14 wins and nothing's locked up. That sucks.
It does suck.
It
Horrible.
does suck.
It literally blows.
And actually, you know what? Perfect segue into what I wanted to get to next.
Bro,
because-
I'm the segue king.
All right,
okay,
bro.
all right. Forget it. I forget I said anything.
Yeah, just cancel that segment. Whatever you're about to do, just don't do it.
No, listen, because this was a topic in the chat yesterday. I was going through everything as I was getting back home. Amon-Ra St. Brown on his podcast said that the way that the NFL playoffs are seeded is a joke. And this is a topic that we've talked about in our chat, and a lot of other people are talking about it. And this game is bringing light to that take where it's crazy that an 8 or 9-8 division winner is going to host a playoff game over a 14-2 team. What did you guys make of the comments? I agree with it, but what did you guys make of it? Because I know there was kind of some talk about the timing of it and yada yada. So I want to get your guys' thoughts.
That's all it is. The comments are 100% correct. Just not the time, bro. Worry about the fucking game. Like why is everyone talking about dumbass shit? Just worry about the game.
Well, that kind of is about the game, though. It's not like Kirby going after Stafford.
I know, but it's just like, bro, who cares? Just go out there and win, and it doesn't affect you. That's all.
I think he's going to do that no matter what.
No, it doesn't. If you guys win, it doesn't affect you. Go out.
I get what Mito's saying. Just worry about your play and let everything else happen. But at the same time, like, this game is unprecedented. This has never happened before, where a 14-win team is going to be a wild card, and it is a hot button issue. And Amon-Ra St. Brown has a podcast, and he's talking about it.
Right. That's where my next point was. It's like he's just. Like he has a podcast, bro. Like they're having a conversation about one of the biggest topics in the league.
And you guys aren't gonna like it. I swear, like, I know I'm not blessed to be a GM, but I swear if I was a GM, every contract I'm signing, you're not allowed to do podcasts. I am so sick of them. So sick of them.
I think I mentioned, what was it, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, how I didn't like what Amon-Ra said. Oh, it was about the Caleb Williams and Dan Campbell comment about hitting him.
Every week something.
Bro, I don't love one of my players revealing anything on a podcast, but I'm also not mad that these guys have lives of their own and hobbies. And if that's what you want to do, go for it. That's like me, like someone telling me, like, oh, you should be focused on social work stuff and do away with your little football podcast. Like, no, bro, I'm going to do what I want.
It's not the same.
I get it. I know.
If you had a podcast about social work and about clients, and you said client X and client B, like, we would be annoyed as well. We don't want to hear about it.
No,
play football.
No, we wouldn't, because there is people that want to hear about that. I completely disagree with the take. The same way that there's people who listen to us talk about the Lions and Packers, or listen to the St. Brown podcast talking about football or whatever else. People want to hear it. It's the same.
Jose, it takes away from us.
No, it doesn't, bro. No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
There's plenty of room for everyone. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't agree with that take. I love, personally, like, being able to hear the players talk, and it's not just them. Like, I watch the podcast, but if anyone, all the players, like, I know Deebo Samuel has a podcast that he does every week. I tune in. Like, I've listened to that before. Like, I don't know. I like seeing the other side of it, especially the player's point of view, like ex-players, like, and I know it's not the same thing, ex-player, current player, but still, I don't mind it, man. Like, as long as it's not affecting what you're doing on the field, I don't care.
Debo.
I mean, that's a whole different thing. That whole San Fran is crazy, but I don't think that's because of his podcast, bro.
I don't know, man.
Well, let's go back to his original point, though. Jose, do you agree or disagree with Amon-Ra?
No, I agree 100%. Yeah, I agree. Like, and it's something that, Moran, you and I literally talked about in our chat, where this is crazy. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, and I don't know why it's taken this long for everyone to start talking about it, us included.
Because it's never been this. It's never been this big of a disparity between records. That's why.
Yeah,
I mean, I can remember years where, like, the Seahawks finished. Well, didn't they finish like 7-9 or 8-8 or something, and they won their division
and hosted a playoff game.
I think the Packers had like 10 wins that year, and you guys made the wild card or something. But yeah, and then they won their wild card game at home, right?
Yep.
So I don't know, bro. I'm going to go against the grain a little bit. Like, I don't want to be a total traditionalist or anything. I like that divisions matter and they mean something. And yeah, bro. I mean, the Bucks won their division. They get a home game, and it sucks. But go ahead and win your division.
But they're like, if they fix it, it doesn't eliminate that divisions matter. You're guaranteed a playoff spot if you win your division.
Yeah, but there's only so many home games to go around. That's the big deal.
That
right?
have a better record.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's just, I don't know, bro. That's just the way it is. What we're talking about is like, doesn't like the NBA do the same thing where,
NBA reseeds.
correct, based on record?
Correct.
Right. So division winner means nothing.
Correct.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, right? Like it doesn't.
So then
To
why
be
have
fair
divisions then? Like, what's the point?
To be fair with the NBA, though, is it's a 7-game series, and they're going to have a home game regardless.
And they have more playoff
So-
teams.
True.
So it's not the same, but like Zay, what's your fix? Just reseeding is what you're saying?
I mean, just the top 4 teams host the best records. Like, I mean, I don't know
So-
how else you would fix it.
But if you're playing it out, so that would mean like Tampa or Atlanta doesn't have a home playoff game this year, right? So they get to raise their banner for the division, but what does that really mean? Like, what is winning
They
your
made the
division?
You made the
Yes.
playoffs, correct? You made the playoffs. You get a right to go to the dance. You can compete for a Super Bowl.
I
which
just
is all
think
you
if,
want.
If you're, yeah, that's fine. But if you're gonna have divisions, they have to mean something.
They do.
They don't.
Win your
though.
division, you get into the playoffs. I don't know how. Like,
what do you like? Why do you keep saying that?
it's
because
killing me.
because a home because a home game guarantees or a division win. You winning your division guarantees you a home playoff game. That's the big deal of winning your division right now, and that's fine.
No, the big deal of winning your division is making the playoffs.
No, right now,
What do you mean no?
Right now, sitting how like where
Yeah,
it sits right
currently,
now,
no. Ryan's right. Like, you get
teams
you
are
get- you
going
get
for
to
a division
host.
win to get to host a playoff game. That's the big deal, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah. Obviously, the ticket to the dance is as well, but the fact that you get to host the dance is the big deal.
Look, bro, I could be sitting here in our next episode bitching about this exact thing if we lose this game, but like, I don't hate it. I just don't. Like, go win your division, and if you have more wins in your wild card team, it's unfortunate. You know, like, I don't know. I just like that division means something. I guess if you're gonna have it, have it.
But hey, if what happens next week, like I said, like I think the loser of this game, like I said, is gonna lose the first round. The NFL is gonna be like, see, this is why. So
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, as a Lions fan, I don't want to go on the road anywhere. Like Jose said, we are 8-0 on the road this year. Thank you. But I don't want to travel. Like, 1 seed is just so key, man. You're home until you get to the Super Bowl. That's so huge.
Yeah, bro. And that's not talking scared or anything. It's just, no, if I have the choice to play at home or play on the road, obviously we want to be at Ford Field. Like,
Right. I mean, tell me the Lions don't win
choice.
against San Fran last year in Detroit. You know, like, I'll never believe that we lose that game in Detroit.
I don't agree. I'm just telling you from a, and this isn't like showing off or anything, but with a favorite team that's had the number 1 seed and had home playoff games, I personally rather be on the road. I've lost playoff home games while I'm there. I like being on the road.
That's a crazy opinion, bro.
You like playing
It
the
is.
spoiler, though.
I do, bro. I think teams get up more when they feel like they have no chance, which isn't going to be the case for you guys because you guys are going to be favored. But like last year when we played Dallas,
Right.
bro, we were 7-point underdogs. All I
Right.
heard all week is we have no chance. We have no chance. We have no chance.
Yeah.
It's a young team going to Dallas. Blah, blah,
Cowboys
blah.
were undefeated at home.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's fun. I like that.
I think it
And
depends on where your team's at, you know?
Yeah. But I don't think a team like the Lions should be, and I don't think they are, but like, I don't think being on the road is going to make much of a difference. You guys are going to lose regardless. If you guys lose, it's not going to be because, oh, we played on the road. That's not why you're going to lose. And your team isn't going to get flustered because you're on the road. No, it's just going to be you guys played poorly.
Right. No, I get what you're saying.
But
All right.
Minnesota, and sorry, Jose,
No, no,
didn't
you're
mean to
cool,
cut
you're
you off.
cool. No,
But
you're good.
with Minnesota, I think Minnesota's more dependent on the home game because I think Minnesota, we've talked about it, is will the real Darnold stand up? I think Darnold on the road is not good. So Minnesota should be more worried about Sunday's game than you guys.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree with that.
Just to wrap it up, and then we'll move on. Well, what are the picks? I got the Lions obviously winning. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm not giving you a score because I don't know, but
Come on, bro.
I got the Lions.
What do you want me to say? You want me to sit here and say the Vikings are?
Come on, just put it on record, bro. That's all I'm trying to say.
We're gonna win, bro. I truly believe that we're gonna win. I think our offense is humming at a pace that we don't see in the NFL a lot. Like I remember saying like 7 weeks ago, like what are we gonna coin this offense? And we have not slowed down one bit since then. This offense is incredible, and we just gotta do our thing, man. We're at home. Go do your thing. Go put up 40 points. I don't care about the defense at this point. You know. What about you, Mito?
I want to say something before I forget. The last 10 Super Bowl winners, their defense has average given up 20 points or less. You guys have given up 33 the last 5 games, so you should care about that defense, partner. But the Lions are going to win on Sunday. It's going to be easy. You guys are locked in for the bye, locked in for the home game. I don't think Minnesota should even get dressed.
Moran's putting that reverse jinx on us. You hear that?
I'm not.
I'm smelling that, bro.
I'm not.
Look at that smile on his face.
But
Look.
you best believe if you guys lose,
See?
I'll be here next week and I'll be like, told you so.
Oh boy.
No, but I really do think you guys are going to win. I think Sam Darnold's going to get picked twice. Kirby Joseph's probably going to catch a lob because that's all he does. And yeah, you guys are going to win.
Man, this guy Kirby's catching strays today, bro. That's funny.